Raiders at the Titans. Jason Campbell making his Oakland debut after 5 seasons in Washington. And there you see Vince Young. 8-2 as a starter a season ago. And now he runs the option to the right side on the opening play of the game. Vince Young picking up 22 yards. 5 plays later for Tennessee. 6th play of the drive. Vince Young back to pass. He is sacked, brought down, and fumbles. Richard Seymour recovers at the Titans' 34. That would lead to a field goal for Oakland, put them up 3-0. Still 3-0, same score. Next Titans possession, Vince Young rolls to the right, finds Nate Washington deep down the sideline for a 56-yard score. Puts the Titans up 7-3. Washington, 6 touchdowns a year ago, already with 1 in the opener. Ensuing Raiders possession, and that is Jason Campbell brought down. The fumble is recovered by Michael Griffin. He returns it 23 yards for a touchdown, but the Raiders would challenge that call. We take another look. Griffin is touched by Mario Henderson as he recovers the ball. The call winds up being reversed, leads to a Tennessee field goal, putting the Titans up 10-3. On the ensuing Raiders possession, Jason Campbell, under heavy pressure again, he throws it incomplete. Dave Ball with the deflection. Campbell was under heavy pressure the entire game. Second quarter now, same score. 2 Tennessee possessions later. It's Vince Young looking for his main man, Nate Washington, once again, complete for 21 yards. Same drive, 5 plays later. This time the give is to Javon Ringer to the left side, and he goes into the end zone for a 15-yard score, putting the Titans up 17-3. Excellent blocking by Tennessee's offensive line, opening up the hole for Ringer, and the running back from Michigan State knows what to do with that hole. On the ensuing Raiders possession, Jason Campbell is back under pressure again, sacked by Jason Bambid. He fumbles, recovered by Marcel Reese for an 8-yard loss. Chris Johnson relatively quiet in the early going in this game. Raiders were keying on him early on, brought down by Michael Huff. At that point, he only had 36 yards on 12 carries. But knowing Chris Johnson, you know he's going to get loose at some point. Takes the handoff, 1 cut, and he is gone. Fastest man in the NFL. He takes it all the way to the house. 76 yards later, it's a touchdown, putting the Titans up 24-3. 12 straight 100-yard rushing games for Chris Johnson. Halftime score, Titans up 24-6. Chris Johnson does it again, opening up the third quarter on Tennessee's second possession. A 4-yard score, finished with 142 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the Titans roll to victory.
St. Louis and Oakland. This young man, Bradford, showing some flashes early on this season, Steve.
I like him. He's smart and he's tough. Start with that.
And he seems to have a connection with the receiver they acquired just before the beginning of the season, Mark Clayton.
He's all they had.
Excellent play action fake. Extend the ball.
Clayton is all they had.
7-0, Rams up, and another day for Jason Campbell as the Silver and Black just game 2, and we struggled again. Pick 87 yards passing, and Tom Cable pulled him in the third quarter, so that means it's time for Doc B. Bruce Bradkowski, Doc B. calls up Louis Murphy stat.
Touchdown from Florida State, right? Florida State, Brian.
13-7, the Oakland Raiders are up.
Not happy with them. Right?
16-7 the score when Bradford, with less than 4 minutes to go, finds Mark Clayton again. Initially ruled incomplete, but the challenge flag is out, and it's ruled a touchdown.
Good call,
so
Tony.
it's just a 2-point game.
Kick and run route.
Raiders need to just get some first downs to wrap it up, and Doc B's hanging tough.
He's gritty, this guy.
This is called roughing by Fred Robbins, and that's how the Raiders run out.
That's an Academy Award.
Its Raiders are 1-1. Steve Spagnuolo's Rams 0-2.
A wild finish here between
Doc B.
Bruce Bradkowski and the Raiders taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The Raiders down 17-13. Darren McFadden. Fadden's looked nice the last couple of weeks.
Last couple of weeks, he's coming along. Now, they drafted this kid for a purpose now, and he's really turning on, staying healthy.
Raiders went up 20-17. Same score here. Derek Anderson to Larry Fitzgerald. Well, Fitzgerald just has 2 catches today, guys.
Yeah, he had Numby Osborne on him the entirety of the day.
All right, fourth quarter, Raiders down 24-23. Sebastian Janikowski from 58 yards away. Now, he was 3 for 4 at that point, and also he made a 54-yarder. So then he's 3 for 5 with that 58-yard miss, 24-23. Bradkowski doing a great job of leading the Raiders down the field. to Hayward-Bay for 12 yards.
But Hayward-Bay starting to make plays, man. I mean, really starting to get an opportunity to make some plays. Leave him alone, Dion.
Here he is again. Gronkowski lays it out for Hayward-Bay. It's incomplete, but there's a flag on Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie for pass interference. 39-yard penalty. Here we go. 4 seconds left. Janikowski from 36 yards away to win it.
Go win it.
36 yards. He pushes it left to the Cardinals. They break the Raiders' hearts 24-23.
It was so bad that the Beast couldn't go.
It had to be bad, because that's a man.
Andre Johnson inactive in Houston. So was Arian Foster for the first quarter. Coach's decision.
Yeah, something was up.
So Derek Ward is running the ball early on, and he's looking like Arian Foster. 33-yard touchdown.
They must be doing something good up front.
Texans lead 7-0 in the black hole, but the Raiders have done
B. And guess what? He was up.
Checking it down to the patient, Darren McFadden.
Oh.
Michael Bush would punch it in from there. McFadden at 129 total yards, but he left in the third quarter with an injury.
That's going to hurt him now.
And in that third quarter, Arian Foster made up for lost time. Again, benched for the first quarter for disciplinary reasons.
Go get it. Go get it, young fella.
74 yards.
Yeah, they run the zone play as well as anybody, and this guy can bust it.
2 Raiders possessions later, Bruce Gronkowski down 10 points, trying to make something happen, but Troy Nolan picks him off on the tip ball. And he gets up and returns it to the plus side of the field with the Oakland 35. Ensuing drive in the fourth quarter, Matt Schaub play fakes Arian Foster, then finds him.
They play action.
He fooled the cameraman.
You know why? Because that running game is so effective.
Yep.
That's why it works.
He missed the first quarter and still had 187 total yards. Raiders' next drive, Zach Miller had over 100 yards receiving, 122 yards to be exact, and 11 catches for the Raiders tight end. And the Raiders make it a 10-point game again, and it's just a 1-touchdown score with 1:52 to go, and Doc B finds Troy Nolan again.
Got to make that catch.
Got to make that catch.
And Lewis Murphy doesn't make the catch, and that is the way the Raiders fall to 1-3, and the Texans now lead the AFC South at 3-1. Let's get to it.
AFC West matchup between the Raiders and Chargers. We're going to the black hole, so what do you expect? The Chargers, they won 13 straight against the Raiders.
Oh, jeez.
You know, that's a tough place to win.
Cartwright for a safety. And then it's Brandon Myers with the block, and
You rarely see
another
that.
touchdown.
2 punt blocks in 1 quarter.
First time a team has blocked 2 punts in the first quarter since 1991. All kinds of issues. Tolbert with the fumble, Rivers a sack, he fumbled, and Bruce Gronkowski
Dog B.
took a hard shot here from Sean Phillips.
They got that arm going forward.
All right, so he injured his shoulder. He tried to come back, but it didn't quite work out. So Jason Campbell now, whoever got benched,
He was the starter.
Gronkowski.
It wasn't his fault when he got benched either.
All right, the 12-0 Chargers down into double coverage.
And then-
Antonio Gates.
And this is what the Chargers do. They look horrific for a moment, then they look super the next.
9th straight game with a touchdown for Gates at the NFL record for tight ends.
They look super the next.
Nobody throws the ball deep like the Chargers. They've got the play action and speed to get deep.
41 yards, so they rebound from a 12-0 deficit up 24-15.
You know, the safety bites on the over route, and away we go. This is too easy.
Big day for Floyd. 8 catches, 213 yards, and a touchdown. The Raiders, though, coming right back. Jason Campbell came out with some zip, some confidence.
And he looked poised in the pocket. He was trusting his protectors, and away he goes to Lewis Murphy.
58 yards to the 21. 3rd and goal here, and it's Campbell on the move to Zach Miller, who gets that knee down for the touchdown.
Allowing the play to develop. I like the poise of Jason Campbell.
Raiders down 22-24, and now it's 27-22. They get it back. Campbell on a 4th down.
Winning his
Nice
job.
call. Gutsy call.
He was 13-18 for a $159, a well-executed play. And Michael Bush, who had 104 yards on the day, gives the Raiders the lead. They failed on the 2-point conversion. All right, 1:10 left here. It's Rivers. Hit by Michael Huff. Tyvon Branch, he knows it's a loose ball, scoops it up, and he's gone.
That is hustle by the Raiders. They wanted to end this streak. 13 losses in a row to these guys. Not today.
They got it.
The play was reviewed here as we take another look, and the ball is out before Rivers' arm comes forward. And so Tom Cable and the Raiders, they are 2-3 along with the Chargers.
Hey, look at that group.
They win it at 35-27, as there you see on a 4th and 5, Phillip Rivers can't hook up with Patrick Creighton.
Look out. Here are the Raiders on the road now in San Francisco. The Battle of the Bay, Steve.
It's raining up there, too, huh?
You think? And here's Jason Campbell starting for the injured Doc B. Lewis Murphy on the end
Watch that
around.
block by Jason Campbell. Watch that. Watch
Get
that.
somebody.
Watch that. He ain't getting nobody.
Forced out at the 12-yard line, and they stall from there, so Seabass comes in to kick the field goal. Raiders are up 6-0. Alex Smith, he did not look like the Alex Smith that we saw after the sideline, I guess, tete-a-tete with his coach on Sunday Night Football.
You know, he hears the boos and he just keeps swinging now. Alex, just keep on playing, big guy.
He was 8 of 20 for 98 yards in the first half. Second half, 5 ticks to go in the third quarter, and here's Michael Crabtree.
Great concentration. Great route.
So 3 quarters of struggling, and the Niners finally get that score to go up 10-6. 8:21 left in the game. Frank Gore, the inconvenient truth, comes out of the pig pile running.
This is the 31st ranked run defense. Sooner or later, Frank Gore is going to get one like this.
25 rushes, 149 yards, 64 of them coming on that play alone. And 2 plays later, after a touchdown run was taken off the board, Smith to Vernon Davis. Touchdown. Smith had 2 touchdowns on the day for 196 yards passing. 2:46 left in the game. Campbell trying to get something going. He's down just 1 score to 2-pointer. But Takeo Spikes takes the tip drill as the ball went off of Jacoby Ford. And the Niners finally get on the board in 2010. And it seemed like the Broncos sat out the first 4 quarters of this game. Would you believe the Raiders went into Mile High in Vesco Field with Jason Campbell and found a wide-open Zach Miller on the opening possession of the game for a 43-yard touchdown. And that just got things started. Next possession for Denver. First play from scrimmage for the Broncos. Kyle Orton is picked by Chris Johnson, and that's
House call.
a pick 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to score. You think Mr. Davis is sitting back there enjoying this big win?
Smiling. And then my young kid, this kid McFadden. Look at him now. Look at him out of the backfield.
Yeah, finally, in his 3rd year, he's coming out here now and showing why he was an early draft pick.
19-yard score. It's 20. It's 30. What's going on here?
Oakland?
The 40 burgers up in the 3rd quarter when McFadden turns it into a
Burgers run.
almost a 60 burger. The Raiders lay it on the Broncos, and that's what they got to sit on going all the way to the UK on a flight this week. Improved to 5-3. The Jets fall out of first place in the AFC. Now a game behind the Patriots. The Raiders coming off that win in Denver and picking up where they left off in that win in Denver at home against the Oakland Raiders. This is another Jason Campbell start for Jason Campbell. He gets a nice touchdown reception right there. Now here's Darius Hayward-Bay.
Yeah, that 50-burger against Denver was no fluke. Here they go again.
Marcel Reese with 1 touchdown catch. Hayward-Bay with another.
Let's head out now to Oakland, where Tom Cable's Raiders are trying to win it for the 3rd straight game. They haven't won 3 straight since the 2002 season when they made it all the way to Super Bowl 37. First and goal here, Matt Castle to Varan Tucker. Great catch. Is it a touchdown, though, or not? They called it a touchdown. Did he get both feet down?
Yeah, his right foot definitely hits in, but when he comes down, it looks like his hip hits and knee hits out of bounds, but they did not overturn it. It's a touchdown, Kansas City.
Tried to drag both feet there. 7-0. 31 seconds left in the half. Castle's pass is picked off. And so not only do they not get 6, they don't get 3. And Todd Haley and Castle, they want to talk about it afterwards. KC up 10-0 at the half. 3rd quarter, opening kickoff. Jacoby Ford from Clemson.
Fastest time in the 40 at the combine. There he goes.
4.23 at the combine. This kid was an All-American sprinter at Clemson, and he shows you why. How about Darren McFadden, who's been in a groove?
Speed. This is what Al Davis loves. This is what the Raiders have. Nothing but speed.
And now 3 plays later on a 3rd and 4, it's Jason Campbell and McFadden runs right over John McGraw.
Who threw that ball, Fran?
Jason Campbell.
Man.
Hey, look, he's playing tremendous football the last few games.
Fran Charles said that, ladies and gentlemen.
And now it's Khalid Barnes who checked in. Eligible here in the big tackle. Oakland on top 14-13. 4th quarter, 3rd and 8 now. And how about Campbell? Buy some time. But more importantly, what about Barnes?
Adjustment,
Just the adjustment. He understands, hey, listen, I'm going to make a play for the ball. He kept his eyes on the ball, kept his focus on the ball. What concentration?
All right, led the way is Sebastian Janikowski, field goal here, 17-13. Nick Miller muffs a punt, and Tucker recovers. And so the ball actually does come loose before Miller's knees hit. And the Raiders were out of challenges, so there was nothing they could do about it. So Chiefs were set up in business. All right, 5 plays later, now 3rd and 11. Dwayne Bowe says, Michael, I'm over here.
Nobody busted coverage.
I'll find you.
And he saw him out with the safety against the safety, and Matt Castle went right out to the big guy. And on that bang eight, what a job putting
4th
his body
straight
on that
game
ball.
for Bowe with a touchdown. But Campbell and the Raiders not done. Campbell almost picked off, but somehow Ford comes up with it.
Making the play, the little guy, one of his 6 receptions and 148 yards. When it counts, make a play at the end.
It led to a 41-yard Sebastian Janikowski field goal. 20 all to overtime we go. And Jason Campbell up top to Ford. 47 yards.
Now, if I'm a corner, I see the guy with the fastest time in the combine lining up in front of me in that situation. I'm going to get deep.
And Janikowski now for the game winner. Oakland, they've won 3 in a row and 4 out of the last 5. They have a winning record 9 weeks into the season.
Against Vince Young either. What you read from Steve White, go to NFL.com to read this fascinating article on what happened. As for the Steelers and the Raiders in Pittsburgh, first time these two are playing with both teams having at least a share of first place since 1973. And Hines Ward is back after getting knocked out of last week's game. And Rashard Mendenhall knocked over half the Raiders defense in getting the first touchdown of the game for Pittsburgh. In the second quarter, Ben Roethlisberger to Heath Miller. And speaking of knocking over, back in the pocket, Richard Seymour and Chris Watson go at it. And then
What is going on? Whoa. What's really? Stop, guys. Don't you know it's money out there?
I'd be jealous of the hair.
That's at least 50,000.
Roethlisberger running his way into the end zone. Ben putting his head through it. Touchdown. 14-3 Steelers. Next Steelers possession. Roethlisberger throws left to Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, that's not my son, but he's close to it. SMU product.
Back in the pocket. Seymour not going after a lineman. Why is Roethlisberger trying to get up? There's a flag in the play.
Are they still in the game? How are they still in the game?
Oh, there's a right hook. Down goes Frazier.
Wow, what's
and
going
out
on
goes
here?
Seymour. He got the gate.
He had to leave. He probably lost $100,000 out there today.
21-3 at the half. The Steelers are up. Look who came in.
Man, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Bruce Radkowski beat these guys in Pittsburgh
last December.
Yeah, but Campbell has been balling all year for you.
Campbell got knocked around and knocked out of the game, essentially. But Doc B did not have a performance to lead this team back. And Mike Wallace taking this shorty all the way.
A linebacker trying to cover Mike Wallace.
116 yards for Wallace, not on that play overall. And the Steelers crush, rebound nicely from that home loss to the Patriots by winning 35-3. Let's go out to Oakland. Chad Henne made a return. A lot of people thought he might not return in 2010 because of a knee injury. And look how things began for the Oakland Raiders. The opening kickoff returned by the fastest man at the combine, Jacoby Ford.
You're not going to catch it.
4.28 at the combine. What'd you run, Prime?
I ran a 4.21 for breakfast.
Raiders are up 7-0 just like that, but this is the Gus Johnson game.
Yeah.
So things are going to be a little freaky. Patrick Hobbs out of the backfield, 29-yard touchdown from Henne. The Dolphins are up 10-7 next possession. Chad Henne from the Raiders 11, and this is a boo-boo. Play action fake. Devon Best.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's intended for him, and then Rolando McClain just Bucks are out of the air, and Tony Sparano is like, this is why we went to Pennington, Chad.
Well, you got a little greedy right there. There's too many people in coverage. Throw it away, Chad.
Raiders, can they turn it into points? Doc B. Jacoby Ford is making plays on offense.
Not gonna catch him. You can forget that.
First career receiving touchdown for Jacoby Ford. And Bruce Gradkowski got the start. Nice throw and even better yak out of Ford.
Yeah, you're going to yak when you win 4-2-8 now. That guy can scoop.
Raiders up at the half by a point, but the Dolphins get the ball to start the second half, and Marlon Moore is making a play.
Did he not think that he was going to run the ball after he caught it? Make the tackle, guys.
Brandon Marshall was out for this game. Wasn't with the team, and Marlon Moore was making like Brandon Marshall. 57-yard score. Dolphins are up by 9 late in the third quarter, and Ricky Williams puts this game to bed. So the Dolphins looked dead in the water when we last saw them on Thursday Night Football against the Bears, but they are now 6-5, and it's Tom Cable's crew that is 5-6 of Tony Sparano. Booyah! New York still think they're going to make the playoffs. They darn well could. They're only 2 games out. Let's go to San Diego. The Raiders trying to sweep the San Diego Chargers in a season series for the first time since 2001, and another special teams mistake hurts the San Diego Chargers. Darren Sproles muffs the punt.
He was light on his feet.
He certainly is. Maybe we should do Dancing with the Stars. I'd love to see that. And they decide to go for it minutes later on 4th and 1. And
what a great play call.
That's a great play fake. Jason Campbell walks it in.
He was patient with that fake.
4th career rushing touchdown, and Sproles does not like what he sees. His muff turned into 7 points, and Phillip Rivers, we go from the muff to the huff. Michael Huff picks it off.
Yeah, bad throw. That ball got away from him, Coach.
Yeah, he doesn't usually do that in these uniforms. These are the most awesome uniforms.
So the muff punt leads to a touchdown. The interception leads to a touchdown. Jacoby Ford, the rookie out of Clemson's beginning to have a nice second half.
Pick route. He came around outside receiver, pick for him, and freed him up.
And they grounded out, too. There was an 11-play, 41-yard drive. So they're taking time off the clock, too, mid-second quarter. Campbell to Marcel Reese, the fullback, leaping over the defender.
Is that Edwin Moses?
Right over Eric Weddle.
I don't blame you, Weddle. I understand.
6 was a business decision.
Yeah, that was a business decision.
6 plays later, here's Michael Bush running downhill. It's 21-3. Oakland in San Diego. The Chargers won 4 in a row. They just beat Indianapolis in Indianapolis. They were in the Powder Blues. They beat Oakland 13 straight times coming into the season. What's happening? Well, now, in the second half, Mike Tolbert takes the ball inside the red zone, tack on 15 more for roughing the passer, and then 2 plays later, Rivers finds a wide-open Antonio Gates, and just now you're thinking, okay.
Yeah, just leave him open. Only the best tight end in the game.
Just say, hey, listen, December. We've won 18 in a row in December.
That's right. And you're thinking, all right, this is what's going to happen. But Louis Murphy with a great play fake. Back in the pocket is wide open down the field. Norv can't believe it. And 2 plays later, Darren McFadden
speed
gets around the edge. Raiders had 251 rushing yards against the top-ranked defense in the NFL, go up 28-13. Last chance saloon for the Chargers. And that's it.
Wow.
The Raiders hold on, sweep San Diego for the first time since 2001. Take over second place in the AFC West thanks to the 28-13 lead, and they are 4-0 in the division. Go to Indianapolis next week, needed to win to take a game lead into that crucial contest. And the Oakland Raiders coming in at 6-6 in second place in the AFC West have some division aspirations of their own, and a big-time running back coming downhill out of the backfield.
The second and third best rushing team squared off today.
Darren McFadden on the dump-off pass right there, 67 yards, and Oakland draws first blood. And they're up 10-7 when Campbell finds Louis Murphy in the red zone, lurking in the end zone.
Is he a Florida State guy?
Yeah, but Campbell is getting poised, man. He's relaxing in the pocket. They're blocking. They're protecting him much better.
It's 17-7 at the end of the half, and now starting the second half, Garrard to Jason Hill, 48-yard touchdown grab.
No free safety in the middle. He just let him right into the middle of the field.
Well done, David. Love. He is flat out playing.
17-14. Here comes Darren McFadden. Plays again.
Ran up 4-3 at the combine.
What a 51-yard.
Only a couple steps ahead of Rich Eisen at the combine.
Only a couple. Well, he's not wearing a suit now. Let's be fair now. Raiders are up by 10 again. 2 Jaguars possessions later, 3rd and 2. Rashad Jennings around the edge, tiptoeing on the sideline, cutting back to the middle. 74 yards later, he's gone.
What the quarterbacks. Are you
Get in!
Namdi! Hey! Come on, man.
Tom Cable busted out the red challenge flag saying he stepped out of bounds. Well, there's really no conclusive evidence to support that fact.
Great blocking downfield.
And the touchdown stands is called. Jaguars now within 3. The ensuing kickoff, Jacoby Ford has been so stellar of late, puts the ball on the turf. Kasim Osgood, one of the special teams maven of the entire National Football League, recovers the ball, and the Jaguars are setting up shop inside the red zone. And Mike Sims-Walker, 5 plays after the fumble, puts the Jaguars back on top.
Mike Huff got picked on all day in the secondary.
Well, this was a close call, but Tom Cable's out of challenge.
Yep, and it looks like he may have been on that white line, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, the play stands is called. The Raiders are down by 7. 10 minutes to go in the game. Jason Campbell is sacked. Balls loose. William Middleton's big man with football.
Big man with ball. Big man. Dance. Big man.
But there's a flag on the field. Jason Campbell's eating turf. This was called illegal contact to the helmet.
How do you call that?
This I don't understand.
They have on helmets.
That's a helmet.
That's not helmet to helmet.
Helmet to
Where are you
face
supposed to hit him? In the stomach?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Fumble touchdown off the board. Raiders keep the ball. Next possession. It's 2 minutes to go. And McFadden does it again.
Out the gate. Somebody tell the band to get up and play.
How good is he?
When he's healthy, this guy can scoot. He can go yard any play, anytime.
123 rushing yards, 86 receiving yards, 3 total touchdowns. Ensuing kickoff. It's Dajee Kareem.
We only show you this for 1 or 2 reasons.
It's a good big play.
It is not a boo-boo.
65 yards down to the Raiders 30. A minute 42 left in the game. It's time for pocket Hercules. Run, Herc. Out the gate. Could have slid down.
And you know you're going to dance.
Instead but he doesn't do the dance he promised me he would do 3 weeks ago.
What is that?
You see, the other guy did it. He was just trying to one-up him.
So the Jaguars take the lead, but because he scores so quickly, the Raiders do get the ball back, and Jason Campbell for Jacoby Ford. It is not enough, certainly, with no timeouts left. The Jaguars survive, and here's MJD after the game about the big matchup with the Colts next week.
You know, it's going to be a tough game, but we got to prepare a little bit better than we did this week. Do a great job of getting in there and working hard, working through some soreness. It was a physical game today, and get ready for the Colts. No problem.
Jackson DeVille. Having fun with the Raiders have not lost a division game. And here comes Tim Tebow in his first career start, taking on Jason Campbell and the Raiders, trying to stay alive in the division that, again, they have not lost a game in. And first play from scrimmage, Jacoby Ford end around, and he is the fastest man at the combine this year.
You can forget that. You can forget that.
71 yards. Raiders up 7-0. 2 Broncos visitors later. 3rd and 24.
What's he going to do, run?
Look at Tim Tebow.
Look at him go. 3rd and 24.
Treating them like they're Mississippi State.
Wow.
In the SEC.
Tebow jersey sold out after that.
Longest rushing touchdown by a quarterback in Broncos history.
I think Elway
See if he can throw.
He sure can. Look at this throw. Brandon
Beautiful.
Lloyd. Great catch.
Brandon Lloyd's having a heck of a year.
Concentration.
The Lloyd super year was initially ruled incomplete. Late challenged, overturned, a touchdown. The Raiders up 23-20 when Marcel Reese
Forgot to cover the fullback.
Somebody tackle him, please.
That's a fullback.
39.
I'm believing in the Raiders. I said
The
it.
AFC West
I said it.
standings right here. The Chiefs are on top of the Broncos by 1, on top of the Raiders by 2. The Raiders are playing Kansas City in the final game of the year. The Raiders have Indianapolis in Oakland next. The Kansas City Chiefs, again, they lead the Raiders by 2. Look at that. The Raiders are 5-0 in the division. They're trailing by 2 games.
The Chargers, guys.
For the Colts, taking on the Oakland Raiders. Joseph Adai active for the first time in 6 weeks.
There's Cabes.
Tom Cable.
Why are we showing a kickoff?
Well, it's the opening kickoff, Jacoby Ford.
And he's either a big player or the boo-boo. I tell you what, I know Pro Bowl voting has already gone in, but something is wrong is you're not putting this guy in the Pro Bowler as the return specialist.
He's done that before this year several times.
99 yards, his 3rd kick return this season for a touchdown, a franchise record. Peyton Manning, though, on a 3rd and 7 to Reggie Wayne, 15 yards and a first down. 1st and goal now, it's Joseph Adai.
Yeah, that's what they've been missing now. A little bit of the run and the threat of the run with Joseph Adai.
Colts tied up at 7, down 13-10 in the second quarter, 46 seconds left. Manning to Pierre Garçon, but Chris Johnson called for pass
Let him
interference. So that set up this. 41 seconds now from the 18. It's Manning to Jacob Tamme for the touchdown.
Well, he's had a nice year, backing up for Dallas Clark, and Tamme has really been productive.
Colts up 17-13 at the break. 17-16 in the third quarter. Manning looking for Blair White. Another pass interference call. This one on a Stanford route. And really, Raiders hurt themselves with all these penalties.
Let them play.
Let them play.
Manning now to Blair White. Great job sticking the football across the goal line. Colts up 24-16. And in the fourth, it is Manning looking for Pierre Garçon. But Chris Johnson is there for the pick. So the Raiders are trying to climb back in it.
Aggressive
right there.
That defense for the Raiders is stepping it up.
Sebastian Janikowski knocked home a 45-yard field goal. The Colts come right back. It is Manning on a 3rd and 9 to Tamme for 13 yards.
These are tight ends beating safeties. I don't understand it.
Manning to Garçon.
There's your classic back shoulder throw. Prime. That's impossible.
That's impossible to cover. It's impossible to defend.
31-19. Jason Campbell now looking for Lewis Murphy for a 26-yard gain on a 1st and 20.
Florida State guy.
A minute 54 left.
Yeah.
It's Campbell to Zach Miller. But
There's no quitting, Jason Campbell, friend.
Too little, too late. 31-26. Tamme now recovers the onside kick. He had 78 yards. And here comes Peyton Manning now on a 3rd and 2.
My favorite.
Oh, Peyton, run! Run, Peyton! Run. No.
I thought he was going to hold it up for you. Make prime time. This was smart football because game is over if he hook slides with 2 feet forward. Nice slide, Peyton, and kneel on the ball. Well done.
Chiefs looking to hold off the Colts for the 3 seed in the AFC playoffs. Offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss is expected to be named Florida's offensive coordinator on Monday. Tom Cable's coaching future in jeopardy with the Raiders. Jason Campbell scrambling to his right in the second quarter with his team down 3-0. Grabs a first down, a pickup of 21 for Campbell to the Raiders 36. 7 plays later, still on the same drive, 11th play of their drive, and this is to Jacoby Ford. This speedster gets some blocking downfield. Can he take it all the way? Pushed out of bounds, but not before picking up 35 yards on the play, all the way down to the 6. Then 3 plays later, 3rd and goal. Campbell rolling to his right, back of the end zone. Chaz Schillens is there. His first touchdown catch of the season. Raiders go up 7-3 on the road. Jamal Charles looking to beat out Arian Foster for the NFL's rushing title, and this certainly would help. A 47-yard pickup. There's a reason why he's averaging more than 6 yards per carry. He just showed us why. Down to the 8. 3 plays later, Charles, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, ties up the score at 10. He had 87 yards in the game, taking over the rushing lead from Foster. But the Raiders, they got a rushing game of themselves. Michael Bush breaking one loose. A 29-yard touchdown run. He ran for 137 yards on 25 carries as Darren McFadden was inactive. Raiders go up 17-10, and the mistakes would just follow. In the fourth quarter, Matt Castle rolling to his right, intercepted. Great play by Michael Huff, stepping in front of Dexter McCluster, returned it to the Chiefs 20 all the way down to the 10, and then the very next play, the Raiders with the reverse to Jacoby Ford. This man was all over the field, and he takes it into the end zone for the 10-yard score. Raiders go up on the road 24-10, looking to finish the season on a positive note. Ensuing possession for the Chiefs, a 2nd and 15. Matt Castle in all kinds of trouble, brought down for the 4th time in the game, sacked by Desmond Bryant for a 15-yard loss. So that brings up a 3rd and 30. Not too many plays in the playbook for that, and that certainly was not one of them. Stanford route with the interception return for a touchdown. Raiders get the road win 31-10. Chiefs are now 10-6.